California, as you may know, is the world's fifth largest economy, but a growing number of its residents are packing up and moving out.
It says California had a net loss of 190,000 people last year.
And so you see major businesses leaving California and moving to other states.
And what's the story? You moving?
I'm out of here. Yeah.
When do you leave?
Soon.
California has the fifth largest economy in the world. Its mild climate, educational opportunities, and job prospects have attracted workers for more than a century. It is also home to scores of iconic sites, dreamy beaches, amazing scenery, and top-tier infrastructure. So why are people leaving what seems to be an ideal state to live in? Well, there are a few reasons. High tax rates, the housing shortage, political problems, homelessness, drugs, wildfires, and earthquakes. You might now be asking, where are these people going? The main states are Texas, Arizona, Washington, Nevada, and Oregon. As of November 2020, over 40 companies have relocated or moved their headquarters to the Austin area in Texas. For example, Oracle was one of the first tech giants to announce it was moving its headquarters from California to Texas.
Another blow to the Bay Area. Companies leaving town for much cheaper taxes and a cheaper cost of living. This time it's Oracle, the legendary company founded in the late 70s by Larry Ellison.
But there are also some real reasons for Oracle to leave the Bay Area and move its headquarters to Austin, Texas. The number one reason, and let's be honest here, it's money. Texas has been pursuing Silicon Valley tech companies for decades, and during that time, California has remained an incredibly expensive place to do business.
And then it was followed by many other high-profile tech departures, such as Hewlett-Packard Enterprises and Tesla.
As we told you last week, Hewlett-Packard spinoff HPE is making the same move from Palo Alto to Texas for the same reason. There are also political reasons here. Oracle founder Larry Ellison and CEO Safra Catz both supported President Trump and are a bit out of step with liberal Bay Area politics.
Additionally, high-profile individuals are making the move too, such as Elon Musk and Joe Rogan. Why are people leaving? In the suburban and urban parts, California offers a toxic combination of the highest cost and the lowest quality of life of anywhere in the United States. Of course, unless you are in the top 1% of earners. Number 1, high tax rates. The current top marginal income tax in California is about 13.3%, but legislators want to raise it to nearly 17%. Doing this would be disastrous. It would destroy the businesses that have been hit the hardest by the COVID pandemic, like restaurants, bars, and gyms, but it seems like it's very likely to happen. California is one of only 2 states with a tax rate of over 10%, the other being Hawaii. Now that California legislators have noticed this mass exodus, rather than fixing what's causing people to leave, they have started talking about an exit tax for rich people who ditch California for greener pastures. They are not just trying to force this wealth tax, but they are also trying to get the former rich California citizens to pay the tax for up to 10 years after they've moved out.
California lawmakers are coming up with ways to boost state revenue during the pandemic. One of the proposals rolled out today, a tax on California's richest of the rich.
California Democrats unveiled a proposal Thursday to add another tax to the wealthiest in the state.
There is an absolute limit to how much wealth one individual can accumulate while people are literally struggling to survive.
California has the highest income and property taxes in the nation when you factor in the taxes on gasoline and other local and federal taxes.
New at 6, property taxes on steroids. A new report from the Cook County Treasurer is unveiling what many already know. Property taxes have increased far more than...
The tax rate paid by the average Joe in California is just 5 to 10% less than European countries like Germany or Italy. But the problem is that for all that money, you don't get anything close to the European quality of public services.
Nah, thanks anyways.
Number 2, the housing shortage.
There's a couple factors there that are working against the Bay Area. One is a lot of people in the Bay Area have jobs that can be done remotely. The other factor is it's just an extremely expensive housing market.
The median cost of a house in California is $600,000, and the average rent in California is $2,800. As you can probably guess, this is way more than the national average, which is $1,600. So, in short, if you're not rich or willing to live with friends or relatives, you just can't afford to live in the state. Housing costs are among the highest in the United States for some of the lowest quality housing stock. Electricity, gas, water, and sewage is also among the most expensive in the country. The climate is such that you need to run air conditioning for around 3/4 of the year and heating for the other quarter, so the cost of living and energy is high. Number 3, political problems. A lot of California residents strongly support their state's policies. However, many other people feel like the state is moving too far to the left. Conservative journalist Ben Shapiro recently commented on his personal decision to leave the state, citing growing union influence, restrictions on law enforcement officials, looting, and the end of standardized testing in state universities as some of the reasons he's moving to another state.
Turns out far more of our employees are excited about leaving California than would be excited about staying in California because this place has become unlivable. The quality of life here has degraded radically.
COVID-19 lockdowns in the state have been an additional problem for residents. In April 2020, 19% of the state's workers had filed for unemployment. While some industries have reopened, others are being beaten down by continuous restrictions like restaurants, bars, and gyms. Other states don't have as many COVID-19 related restrictions as California does, leading many small business owners to seriously consider moving to a state where their business has a higher chance of long-term success. Number 4, homelessness and drugs.
I'm living in the world's largest prison. It's called California. No, seriously, it's been kind of getting a bad rap lately, but I assure you, it's never been better living in California.
Tonight, they're the images alarming Californians. In LA, the homeless on places like the Hollywood Walk of Fame and along the iconic Venice Boardwalk.
Homeless, homeless, homeless.
Hundreds of homeless encampments have sprung up, including...
California has more than 150,000 homeless people, more than any other state. Some of them are mentally ill, and in some cases addicted to drugs. They wander the streets, defecating where and when they please.
With dealers openly selling drugs, some customers just can't wait to use them. That means many people here are high. Some block doorways, some urinate and defecate, some leave their used needles around, and some just pass out.
Former residents note that homeless individuals can be seen all over town, even in wealthy residential areas. Others complain that homeless encampments have risen in suburban areas across the state. Many former state residents feel that the state government is either not doing what's needed to solve the problem, or is actually making the problem worse. Some have argued that the legalization of marijuana has promoted the use of other, more dangerous street drugs. These street drugs have created a road safety crisis in the short term, while building up a huge public health crisis in the long term. Number 5, wildfires and earthquakes.
Look at Mammoth Pools. We are completely trapped. There's fire on all sides, all around us.
Finally, the constant risk of wildfires and earthquakes is another incentive to leave. 2020 was a terrible year for wildfires in the state. These fires raged across the state's mountainous regions and have burned more than 4 million acres of land. The problem is that even if you don't live in the areas that are actually burning, you're still greatly affected by poor air quality and high insurance costs. So it's hardly surprising that middle-class families who are able to leave California are doing so. Those who remain are those that face significant obstacles to getting out. Hey guys, thanks for sticking till the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. We'll keep making these mini documentaries every week as long as you smash the like and subscribe buttons. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and let us know if you have any particular video you'd like to see.